Well, good evening, racing fans. Welcome to racing action from Grand River Raceway for this Monday evening. Our first race will go to post in approximately 20 minutes. Let's get a look at the changes on this evening's card of racing. Note race number 1 will go as programmed. No changes. Race number 1. In the second race, number 7, sub will play a bridle change, open to blind bridle. That's open to blind. In race number 3, number 2, tomorrow's headline has a shoe change, steel to aluminum shoes up front. Steel to aluminum up front to tomorrow's headline in the third. Races 4 and 5 have no changes. No changes, races 4 and 5. In the sixth race, note that number 6, Yankee Up, is adding a Murphy blind on the left. Number 6, Yankee Up in the sixth. And races 7 through 10 have no changes. No changes, races 7 through 10. Once again, reviewing races 1 and 2. Well, race 1 will go as programmed. And the second race, number 7, sub will play a bridle change, open to blind bridle. Fans, just a reminder that the Grand Betting Contest is now online, and it's free to play every Monday and Friday race night. That's at GrandRiverRaceway.com. Follow us and join the game at Facebook Grand River Raceway or GrandRiverRaceway.com. Note that on Wednesday we have the free online competition Survivor. That is every Wednesday race night. And fans, of course, note we do wish that you were here, but you can follow us on Facebook at Grand River Raceway or subscribe to our newsletter for the latest updates on what's happening this season. And just a reminder that tomorrow and every Tuesday, it is Food Truck Tuesday here at Grand River. Grab and go from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. every Tuesday night in the Grand River Raceway parking lot.
Enjoy the thrill of the race anywhere, anytime with HPIBet.com. Join for free and use your smartphone, tablet, or PC to watch and wager when you can't be at the track. Stream live racing from over 450 tracks. Bet with ease from anywhere. It's safe and secure. Get rewards, race alerts, tips, and more. For a limited time, get $100 when you become a member. Plus, 1 month free live race streaming, and your first bet is on us. Go to HPIBet.com to join for free today.
Field 4 race number 1 is on parade. 1 is HF Andriolis PJs. And number 2 is Loud, Colin Kelly for Robert Young and Stéphane Baudouin. Number 4 is She is an Ice Queen, Jason Ryan for Joe Pereira. And number 5 is Class Lane Precious, Ryan DeRoche for Jack Moisev and High Stakes Incorporated. And number 6 is Pace of Hanover, Ryan Holiday for Jim Wellwood. Number 7 is Desiree Hanover, Bruce Richardson for Susie Kerwin and Frank Brundle. And 8 was Bird Dog, Scott Culver, Todd Clements, and Chris Nickel. And 9 is Needing Off the Grid, Paul McKenzie for Blake McIntosh and Kim and Dan Sargent. Well, fans, looking at this field for race number 1, we'll start with number 7, Desiree Hanover. Well, has had 2 starts and a pretty dominant win at Hanover. And then last race here, battled hard to finish second. Desiree Hanover is one that looks pretty desirable. The only negative is the post position. Post position 7. Desiree Hanover has had post 6 each of the last couple, though. Desiree Hanover and Bruce Richardson, 9-5. Number 8, Bird Dog, makes a first career start and did qualify reasonably well. 2 minutes and 1. Outside post, though, for the first career start for Bird Dog. And Scotty Coulter is 30-1. Number 2, Loud, is one that qualified here in 2 minutes and 2. And did put up a 59-2 back half. In fact, after that 31-3 opening quarter, did pick it up nicely and make a little more noise. Loud is 7-1. And number 9, Needing Off the Grid, well, qualified in 59-1 at Mohawk and a 59-1 back half. Needing Off the Grid, first career start, 6-1 on the board. The first race will go to post in a couple of minutes. It is rolling for race number 1. Checking up positions. HF Andriolas and Loud and Rami Bluechip on the inside. To the center, She's an Ice Queen and Classy Lane Precious. To the outside, Pesa Hanover and Desiree Hanover with Bird Dog. And the second tier needing off the grid. Field for race number 1 is at the start of the rough. She's an Ice Queen. HF Andriolas and Loud as the field works on around the turn. And fourth away is Rami Bluechip, and Rami Bluechip has gone off stride. Now Desiree Hanover has moved up the ticket for fourth, and needing off the grid is racing fifth. On down the backstretch they go. Then Classy Lane Precious is sixth, and then it is back further to Pesa Hanover. And then we've got Bird Dog, and they race on to the opening quarter. And it is Loud who's come on and is leading past the opening quarter. HF Andriolas is racing second. She's an Ice Queen is third. And Desiree Hanover is fourth, working in front of Needing Off the Grid. And then Classy Lane Precious and Pesa Hanover. Field works on around the turn off that 27-3 opening quarter. And Loud leads it a length and a half right now over HF Andriolas, and racing third, She's an Ice Queen, now pops to the outside. Desiree Hanover's on the outside as well. Needing Off the Grid is fifth on the inside, and Classy Lane Precious is sixth, and then it is Pesa Hanover and Bird Dog. 59-1 was the halftime. A 31-3 second panel breather on into the backstretch, and Loud now is going to get challenge from She's an Ice Queen on the outside. They stride together, those two. HF Andriolas on the inside, but down Desiree Hanover has moved up and taken over third. HF Andriolas on the inside weakens a bit, and racing fifth is Classy Lane Precious. Then it is Needing Off the Grid and Pesa Hanover. Slim lead for She's an Ice Queen. Now fighting back on the inside goes Loud. Loud and Colin Kelly has reclaimed a lead of about a neck. Racing second, She's an Ice Queen. Desiree Hanover. Pesa Hanover on the inside is racing fourth, and Classy Lane Precious is fifth. And the field turns for home. She's an Ice Queen. She's an Ice Queen and Desiree Hanover. Classy Lane Precious, and out wide Bird Dog has been making up a lot of ground. On down the stretch drive they come. And right now it is flying at the finish. Classy Lane Precious who wins it. Classy Lane Precious. Bird Dog was second. Pesa Hanover third. Desiree Hanover fourth. 2 minutes flat. On the board, we have a 5-8-6-7. Coming back in front of us, number 5, Classy Lane Precious. A 3-year-old Big Jim Bay filly, owned by High Stakes Incorporated and Rocky and Tony Tangretta. Jack Moisev, the trainer. Ryan DeRoche, the winning driver. Classy Lane Precious in 2 minutes flat. First race, payouts 5 Classy Lane Precious. Pays 86.20, 51.40, and 27.70. Number 8 Bird Dog 23.90 and 14.50, and number 6 Pace Ahead of her 14.10. The $2 exactor 1141.10. The dollars. Well, first of all, a 20-cent try paying 1,273.02. That is a 20-cent try, 1,273.02. Ka-ching. And a dollar super, it pays on 5/8 all. That is the dollar super 5/8 all, 651.05. Fans note in the second race, number 5 Arcane Sealster, 4 claims entered. 4 claims on number 5 Arcane Sealster in the second. First race, order of finish from the tops at 859 713 426. That's 859 713 426. Field for race number 2 on the track for the post parade. One is Barely a Secret. Ryan Holiday for David O'Brien. Number 2 is Mossy's Art. Jason Ryan for James McConnell. Number 3 is I Love What I Do. Travis Henry for John Yake Jr. and Chris Yake. Number 4 is Old Buck. Jay Harris for Don Beatson and Cole England. Number 5 is Arcane Silster. 4 claims entered. Brett McDonough for Richard Morrow and Mike Surkey and Sam Surkey. Number 6 is BR Royal Boom. Scott Calder for Sheldon Rose. Number 7 is Sabo Play. Anthony Hahn for Bruce Goit and Carmelo Shime. And 8 is Big Boy Fraser. Colin Kelly for Vern Cochran and Lexington Harness Group and Matthew White. And number 9 is Southwind Massimo. Austin Sorey for Alan Steves and Jim Fleming. Well, fans, let's get a look at this field for the second race. We'll start with 5 Arcane Sealster. Comes in off of a dominant win here, made it look rather easy, and has 4 claims entered. Arcane Sealster, mile of 55 and 4. Very strong outing, and one going away by 3 lengths. Arcane Sealster also was racing well at Mohawk before that last one. Mile of 151 and 3, June the 18th at Mohawk. Arcane Sealster, even money on the board. Some others to look at. Number 2, Mossy's Art. And Mossy's Art does show 3 consecutive 153 miles, a 53 and then a couple of 53 and 3s at Georgian Downs. And 7-time winner last year. Mossy's Art gets a little better post position. And 11 to 1 is Mossy's Art. May well be a strong factor with a better post position. Shows enough speed to be so. Number 4, Old Buck, raced at Clinton at 57 and 4. A dominant winning effort there. And also was second there the start before it. Now moves up a level, but Old Buck and Jay Harris is the one that right now at 9 to 2 is getting a fair amount of bucks bet on. Now 4 to 1. And number 3, I Love What I Do. Well, it did finish a 3rd here last time out. That's the race that Arcane Sealster won. Was beaten 7 1/4, but finished 3rd. I Love What I Do. And Travis Henry, 25 to 1 on the tilt board. Fans are not thinking that I Love What I Do can do it again and make the top 3. Second race of Field of 9 to go to post shortly. It is rolling for race number 2. Barely a Secret, Mossy's Art, and I Love What I Do on the inside of the center old buck and Arcane Sealster. The outside, Be a Royal Boom, Supple Play, Big Boy Fraser, and the second tier is Southwind Massimo. Field for the second race is at the start of the off, and old buck gets out well. Barely a Secret. Arcane Sealster hustles out sharply, and Mossy's Art is racing fourth right now, but the early lead goes to old buck. Arcane Sealster is moving up on the outside and is going to drive past the pocket and head towards the front. Barely a Secret is third, and Mossy's Art is racing fourth, and then it is Big Boy Fraser as Arcane Sealster was able to clear to the lead. I Love What I Do is racing sixth. Sobble Play is back in seventh, and then it is back to BR Royal Boom as they roll their way on past that opening quarter. Southwind Massimo trails the field, and right now it is Arcane Sealster leading. Old Buck's racing second. Opening quarter, 27 seconds. Barely a Secret is third, and Mossy's Art is racing fourth in a gap of 3. Big Boy Fraser, he is positioned fifth, and then to the outside is I Love What I Do. The field comes off the turn. Seventh is Sobble Play, and then it is back to BR Royal Boom and Southwind Massimo. Halftime was recorded in 56-1. Arcane Sealster leads it with Old Buck in tow in the pocket. On the inside, third, Barely a Secret, and now to the outside, taking third, Mossy's Art. Barely a Secret is racing fourth in a gap of 3, and it is Big Boy Fraser and I Love What I Do. And then Sobble Play is seventh. On down the back stretch for Arcane Sealster. Arcane Sealster hustling on to 3/4 and maintains a lead of about a length and 3/4 right now. On the outside, Mossy's Art. To the inside is Old Buck. Barely a Secret clinging to fourth, but I Love What I Do is moving. 3/4, 124-3, and Arcane Sealster leads it by about a length and a quarter. Arcane Sealster, Mossy's Art and Old Buck in pursuit, but Arcane Sealster continues. Arcane Sealster as they come on down the stretch drive, and Arcane Sealster up the inside is Old Buck. Arcane Sealster is your winner. Then Old Buck was second, Mossy's Art third. I Love What I Do fourth, a mile of 1:53-4. Arcane Sealster, giddy up. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race number 2. It's number 5, Arcane Sealster. 4-year-old Big Jim Brown Gelding, owned by Mike Surkey and Sam Surkey and Richard Morrow. Richard's also the trainer. Brett McDonald, the winning driver. Mile of 1:53-4, a new career best. 5th lifetime win and the 3rd this year. Arcane Sealster and Brett McDonald. The second race payouts 5 Arcane Silter 310, 240, 220. 4 Old Buck 270, 260. 2 Mossy's Art 280. The $2 exactor is $9.80. The dollar try $9.75. Dollar super $38.30. And the double $2 ticket $142.40. Second race, order of finish from the top is a 734. 219658. That's 734 219658. And the claim of Arcane Silter, the new trainer, will be Jack Ray. Field for the third is on parade. One is Better Than Boots, Ryan Holiday for Dave Holiday. Number 2 is Tomorrow's Headline, brought down for Richard Morrow and KRS-One. Number 3 is Cruising Charlie, Anthony Hunt for Gary Kingshot and Cassandra Watson. Number 4 is Larjon Lester, Jason Ryan for Catherine Cochran and Stephen Bastard. And 5 is Somewhere Better, Colin Kelly for Isabel Darvaux and Dwayne Soulaire. Number 6, Malpine Hanover, Austin Surrey for Patrick Bissett and Daniel Dupree. Number 7 is Seymour Little, Nick Stewart for Cliff McGuire and Nancy McGuire. And 8 is Cassius, Travis Henry for Frederick Borgo and Carl Duque. Field of 8 for the third. Let's look at this field. Starting with number 2, Tomorrow's Headline. An equipment change, steel to aluminum shoes up front, and Tomorrow's Headline does have 6 top 2 finishes in 14 starts this year, including a win in this class last time out. The win was from post 6, now gets post position 2. And Tomorrow's Headline also was good at Georgian Downs June the 6th, but had a difficult outing here from the trailer post in between the 2 very good races that you see so far since the layoff. Tomorrow's Headline, Brad McDonald and Richard Morrow, strong combination, and rolling right now 1-2 on the board is Tomorrow's Headline. Number 5, Somewhere Better, is one that was third to Tomorrow's Headline last time out. Battled first up, did all the heavy lifting, and still was beaten just a length and a quarter, so maybe Somewhere Better with a better trip might be able to turn the tables. 6-1 on the board. Number 7, Seymour Little. Well, we see this one led a long way last race before finishing second, beaten half a length by Tomorrow's Headline. But that was post 2 and got the front. Now has to deal with post position 7. And this is a horse that shows predominantly racing from on the lead, although you do see a start June the 14th at Dresden, 18 lengths back at the quarter, and wound up beaten 3 1/4. So maybe Seymour Little is one we could see flying late in the mile. 10-1 is the price. At number 8, Cassius, racing for the Proven Barn of Frederick Borgo. 6 wins in 10 starts this year. Battled hard last race and finished 4th. Had to work first up. Cassius, outside post, makes it a little tougher to take, but he is a proven winner. 13-1. Gate is rolling for race number 3, taking up positions better than Boots. And tomorrow's headline with Cruising Charlie on the inside. In the center, Larjon Lester, and somewhere better to the outside, Malpine, Hanover, Seymour Little, and Cassius. Field for race number 3 is at the start of the rough. Better than Boots on the inside, somewhere better. Tomorrow's headline and Cruising Charlie. Then it is Larjon Lester and Malpine Hanover back to Seymour Little and Cassius on. Down the backstretch they go. Better than Boots had the lead, but now somewhere better wants to better position and moves up and is going to clear to the front. Better than Boots is racing second. Tomorrow's headline is third. Cruising Charlie's racing fourth, and then it is Larjon Lester, Malpine, Hanover, Seymour Little, and Cassius. They race on to the opening quarter, and somewhere better, and Colin Kelly's got the lead over Better Than Boots at a length and 3/4. And tomorrow's headline is third, 27-4 the opening quarter. Cruising Charlie is racing fourth, and Larjon Lester is fifth, and then it is Malpine, Hanover, Seymour Little, and Cassius, and off the turn they come. Somewhere Better at 4-1 has the lead as they race up towards the half, and Better Than Boots fills the pocket. Tomorrow's headline now, 4-5 favorites coming to call. First up, Larjon Lester is second over racing fourth, and fifth is Cruising Charlie, 58-3 the halftime. Malpine Hanover has moved to the outside, and then it is back to Seymour Little and Cassius as they work their way on down the backstretch. Somewhere Better leads it by a length now. Tomorrow's headline is getting a little closer. Now's only half length off the lead. Better Than Boots on the inside third, and Cruising Charlie has stepped out and is racing fourth. And then it is back to Larjon Lester and Seymour Little and Malpine Hanover and Cassius. It is still Somewhere Better, though, who's holding on to the lead. Advantage is half a length. Tomorrow's headline is trying to chip away, and Cruising Charlie is cruising up a little closer. Somewhere Better continues. 3/4, 127-2, and Somewhere Better. And tomorrow's headline on the outside, Cruising Charlie is third on down the stretch ride for Somewhere Better. Tomorrow's headline, Somewhere Better, is better than all of the field. Tomorrow's headline was second, Cruising Charlie third, and Seymour Little fourth, 157-1. Somewhere Better. Back in front of us, the winner of race number 3. It's number 5, Somewhere Better, 4-year-old Better's Delight Bay Gelding. Owned by Dwayne Solaire, trained by Isabel Darvo. Colin Kelly is the winning driver. It is the fourth win this year, sixth lifetime, Somewhere Better, 157-1. The third race payouts. Number 5, Somewhere Better, $10, $4.20, and $3.80. Number 2, Tomorrow's Headline, $2.50, $2.70, and 3, Cruising Charlie, $6.60. $2 Exactor. Well, how about the dollar pick 3 first? $213.35. $2 Exactor, numbers 5 and 2, Somewhere Better, and Tomorrow's Headline is $22.80. Dollar Try, $44.50. Dollar Super, $235.10. Here is the third race, or we finish from the top. 823-51647. That's 823-51647. Field 4, race number 4 is on parade. One is Atheon, Brett McDonough for Richard Morrow and Claude Girard. Number 2 is Sports Lover, Mike Horner for Mark Horner and RAW Equine. Number 3 is Noah's Play, J.R. Plot for Colette Gallant and Tess Waxman. And number 4 is Don't Exclude Me, Preston Shaw for Ruth Moore and James Hasty. Number 5 is Beach Major, Colin Kelly for Kyle Bossens and Ray Webb. Number 6 is Sportsman of the Year, Paul McKenzie for John Yake Jr. and Chris Yake and Jordan McGrail. Number 7 is Quick Nick, Travis Henry for Scott McNiven and Kimberly McNiven and Thomas Broadhurst and Doug Haywood. It is Major on the Beach, Wayne McLean for Hans Mueller and Yvonne Vaillancourt and James Martin. Well, let's look at this field, starting with number 1, Atheon. Brett McDonald and Richard Morrow teaming up here, and this one drops in class, racing from Georgian Downs the last 3 starts. But look at 3 races ago. First start off the layoff was a solid third against Tougher, and then the last 2 not quite as good, although did race in 55 and 4 last race. Atheon and Brett McDonald is the favorite at 5-2 with a class drop and the inside. Number 7, Quick Nick, was able to battle first up last race and finish second, beaten ahead. Now, was the betting favorite and disappointed in that term, but second, beaten ahead, still a pretty good outing. Has a tougher post assignment, but you do see this one 2 races ago. Race was 7th by 11 at the quarter and came on to win. So Quick Nick is one that you better not just take a quick look at. You better gander a little closer. 10-1 may offer some nice value and can handle the post. Number 3, Noah's Play. Third beaten in neck last race, led all the way towards the finish and then just gave it up late. Noah's Play, 7 out of 13 in the top 3, and Noah's Play is currently 5-2 on the board. J.R. Plot. This one has excellent gate speed and a good post position. Should be playing on the lead again. 2-1, co-favorite to 1 Atheon. And number 5, Beach Major, was beaten only 3/4 of a length last time out. That's the race that Noah's Play was third. Beach Major was right there in the hunt all the way around. Pocket trip just getting beaten 3/4 of a length. Races for a high percentage barn. Kyle Boston's barn, 395 training average with 115 starters. That's very fine. Beach Major and Colin Kelly. Colin looking for another win on the evening. Beach Major is 7-1. Gate is rolling for race number 4. Taking up positions, Atheon, Sports Lover, and Noah's Play on the inside. In the center, Don't Exclude Me and Beach Major to the outside. Sportsman of the Year, Quick Nick, and Major on the beach. It is a field of 8 for the 4th race, and they are nearing the start. And they're off. Noah's Play, Beach Major, and Don't Exclude Me. Atheon along to the inside, and Sports Lover as the field works on around the turn. And with the lead right now on the inside as they race into the backstretch is Atheon. Driving through to the inside, racing position second now is Sports Lover. Noah's Play is racing third in front of Don't Exclude Me. And then it is back to Beach Major, Sportsman of the Year, and the trailing pair Quick Nick and Major on the beach. They race on to the opening quarter, and the field works on that far turn. 27 seconds the opening quarter. Atheon, the 3-5 favorite, is getting away on the field right now and leads by about 7 or 8 lengths, and racing second is Sports Lover. Then racing third, Noah's Play as they head on up towards us and the half, and Don't Exclude Me is racing position to 4th. 5th to the inside, Beach Major, but still strong on top is Atheon. 55-3 is the halftime. The trailing 3 are Quick Nick, Sportsman of the Year, and Major on the beach. On down the backstretch for Atheon. Atheon leads still by about 8 lengths as they race the backstretch. Sports Lover is second, Noah's Play is third, and then racing fourth is Don't Exclude Me, and they race their way on towards the 3/4 mile marker. Atheon is showing no signs of letting up just yet. Atheon leads by about 7. Sports Lover second, Noah's Play third, and Don't Exclude Me is fourth. Atheon. Now the lead is shrinking a bit. It's down to about 4.5, and closing ground is Sports Lover. Noah's Play is third. Don't Exclude Me swings to the outside fourth, and now Atheon is going to get a test by Sports Lover, and also coming Noah's Play and Don't Exclude Me on down the stretch drive. Atheon turns for home. Center of the track, Sports Lover, and flying on the outside, Don't Exclude Me. Don't Exclude Me wins it. Sports Lover is second, Atheon third, and Noah's Play fourth. 156-2. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race number 4. It's number 4, Don't Exclude Me, a 4-year-old exclusive spay gelding. On but James Hasty and Ruth Moore. Ruth Moore is the trainer. Preston Shaw, the winning driver. First win this year and second lifetime. Don't Exclude Me Victorious in 156 and 2 for a new career best. Here are the fourth race mutual payouts. Number 4, Don't Exclude Me, 156.90 to win, 40, 50, and 14.90. 2 Sports Lover, 510, 320, and 1 Atheon, 230. $2 Exactor, $576. The Dollar Try, $869.50. The Dollar Superfecta, $1,969.20. The fourth race over a finish from the top is a 324-16875. That's 324-16875. Fans note in this fifth race, claim header 3 always a rose. Claim header 3 always a rose. Field 4, race number 5 is on parade 1. Lily is Penelope. Colin Kelly for Sheldon Rose. Number 2, April Bandit. Scott Coulter for Steve Coulter. And number 3, Always a Rose. Nick Stewart for Vic Putty and Limco Incorporated. Number 4, Coal Creek Lacey. Brent McDonough for Brenda Duncan and Daniel Walker. And 5 is Mob Rebel. J.R. Plot for Terry Collette. Number 7 is Fluentosity. Travis Henry for Joe Pereira. And 8 is Rhythm Sealster. Paul McKenzie for Graham Burgess. 9 is Momera. Jonathan LaPointe drives and trains and owns. And 6 Thrift Shop. Bruce Richardson for John Holding. It is a field of 9 for the 5th race, and let's look at this field. We'll start with number 3, Always a Rose. Acclaim entered and was able to wire this class last time out, win by half a length. And Always a Rose, that was post 5, now gets post position 3. So likely to be in full bloom early in this one. Has been able to go all the way on top in 2 of the last 4 starts. The other 2 weren't great. Post 8 here that didn't work out at all, June the 15th. And also, if you go back to the June 8th start, 7th beaten 13, and then that one a week later, 9th beaten 14 1/4. But Always a Rose, when making the early lead or getting up close to the pace, is so much better. 6 wins on the year. Always a Rose is 5-2. Number 1, Lily's Penelope is racing very well. Now is moving up in class, should be noted that, and has an inside post position though. Lily's Penelope and Colin Kelly is 7-2. Number 7, Fluentosity has made breaks in 2 of the last 3, but also you do see back in February a couple of wins and a second. Those 3 consecutive starts are very solid, and a couple of those wins were in this class. Well, both the February wins were in this class. It also was 4th beaten 2 lengths at this level back June the 15th. But Fluentosity, tough post assignment. Look at last year, though. 18 out of 36 in the top 2. Fluentosity, 7-1. And number 5, Ma Rebel, is one that raced from the trailer post last race and finished 6th place, 5th. Got suffered early interference from the trailer post. Ma Rebel does show enough recent form to think that maybe with a better trip she could be a player. 5-2. Right now is the favorite with J.R. Plot driving. 5th race, a field of 9 to go to post shortly. Gate is rolling for race number 5, taking up positions. Lily's Penelope and April Bandit with Always a Rose on the inside. Of the center, Coal Creek Lacey, Bob Rebel, and Thrift Shop to the outside, Fluentosity and Rhythm Sealster. The second tier, Momera. Field 4, race number 5. Is at the start of the rough, and Maribel gets out with Lily's Penelope. April Bandit and Always a Rose, but it's Lily's Penelope using the post one advantage to grab the lead. But now April Bandit continues to march, and racing third is Always a Rose. Fourth away is Coal Creek Lacey, and now taking fourth is Maribel. Coal Creek Lacey is fifth. Thrift Shop is back there in sixth. Then it's Momera, Fluentosity, and Rhythm Sealster, and they race on to the opening quarter, and April Bandit is on top. April Bandit leads the field on around the turn. Lily's Penelope is second, and Always a Rose is racing third. Ma Rebel is fourth, and Coal Creek Lacey is racing fifth. Then Thrift Shop on the inside. To the outside is Momera. Then it is back to Fluentosity and Rhythm Sealster. Field comes off the turn and works up to the half, and leading the way is April Bandit in front of Lily's Penelope. Always a Rose is third and is 2 lengths off the lead. Then it's Mob Rebel and Coal Creek Lacey, and they head on their way to the 5/8. Thrift Shop is racing sixth. 3 wide goes Fluentosity. The field works into the backstretch, and then it is Rhythm Sealster and Momera. It is still April Bandit who's got the lead. April Bandit, Always a Rose on the outside, is trying to call her April Bandit. On the inside, Lily's Penelope is third, and Coal Creek Lacey is racing fourth. Then Fluentosity and Bob Rebel, they hustle on to 3/4. April Bandit holds the lead right now at a length and a half as they race by 3/4, and in the center of the track and trying to close the gap as they work their way towards the top of the stretch is Coal Creek Lacey. Coal Creek Lacey 3 deep. Center of the track is Always a Rose down to the inside, Lily's Penelope, and then Fluentosity on down the stretch drive they come. Coal Creek Lacey now in the center of the track. Coal Creek Lacey up the inside, Lily's Penelope. Coal Creek Lacey wins it. April Bandit was second, then Lily's Penelope, and Always a Rose. The mile will give you that shortly. Time of the mile was 1:57 and 1. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race number 5. It's number 4, Coal Creek Lacey. 5-year-old Shanghai Phil Bay mare, owned by Daniel Walker, trained by Brenda Duncan, and Brett McDonald with the driving double. It's the first win on the year and the 12th lifetime for Coal Creek Lacey. Mile of 1:57 and 1. Fifth race of Hounds for Coal Creek Lacey, 4440, 1910, 970. 2 April Bandit, 550 and 350, and 1 Lily's Penelope, 360. $2 exactor at 202.10. Dollar try, 374.20. Dollar superfecta, $1,110.80. The fifth race order finish from the top is at 324-179-586. That's 324-179-586. And the claim of Always a Rose. The new trainer, George Robinson. Field for the 6th race on parade. 1, He's Got Swagger. Travis Cullen for Rachel Andrew. And number 2 is Battle Strong. Jay Harris for Tony O'Sullivan and Gary Volpe. Number 3 is Shout Me the Money. Jason Ryan for Terry Gallant and Calvin Kepfer. Number 4 is Veneno. Paul Davies drives and trains and owns. 5 is Print Media. Brett McDonough for Richard Morrow and Severino Spagnolo. 6, Yankee Up. J.R. Blunt for Stefan LaRock and Jamie Gray. Number 7, Smooth Mirror. Eddie Hensley for Ashley Hensley. Number 8 is Adore Him. Brian Holiday for Kurt Blake and Robert Blake. 9 is Chocolate Swirl. Travis Henry for Frederick Borgo and Keith Castle. Field of 9, race number 6. This dash features the Super High 5, and we'll look at this field. Number 1, He's Got Swagger. 10-time winner last year that has 3 wins this year. And drops from the Preferred 2 class, a class that he raced pretty well in last time out. Was on the lead a good chunk of the race, was second at the top of the stretch. Now did tail off in the late going, but still a mile of 54 and 2. He's Got Swagger in this class, should be the one to beat, and is 3-2. Number 2, Battle Strong, did race here in 1:55 last time out, so only 3/5 of a second slower than He's Got Swagger, and is one that certainly has been strong in each of the 2 starts here this year. Battle Strong does show taking a mark of 52 and 2 at Mohawk last year, although He's Got Swagger took a mark at Flamborough, 151 and 4 last year. Battle Strong 13-1. Jay Harris drives. Number 4, Veneno. Well, was a winner in 54 and 3 here, all the way on top. Last race looked outstanding, and also was a dominant winner at Hanover as well. So 2 starts for trainer Paul Davies, who sports a very healthy training average, and Veneno dominated in both, winning by a combined 11.5 lengths in those 2 starts. Paul Davies and Veneno, don't overlook this one, 3-1. Might just keep things rolling as he moves up in class now into this Preferred 3 level. And number 5, Print Media, one with lots of back class, more than $250,000 earned a lifetime. Did race in 52 and 1 to win 3 starts ago at Woodbine, but that was March the 16th, although did race in 52 and 3 in the first start back June the 8th. And Print Media raced here last about strong 3rd in 54 and 1 in this class. So Print Media, Brett McDonald, Richard Morrow, they've teamed up often of late in the win column. Print Media is 7-2. Gate is rolling for race number 6. He's got Swagger and Battle Strong with Shadow Me the Money on the inside in the center, Veneno and Print Media. And on the outside, it is Yankee Up, Smooth Mara, and Adore Him. Second tier, Chocolate Swirl. The field for the 6th race is at the start of the off. Battle Strong, Shadow Me the Money, and Veneno. He's got Swaggers along to the inside, and Chocolate Swirl now is driving on through and is racing fourth as they work into the backstretch. Veneno comes away fifth, and then it is back to Print Media. They race their way on down the backstretch. Yankee Up in front of Smooth Mara, and then Adore Him is trailing the field. Battle Strong has the lead as they race on to the opening quarter, and he's got Swagger is racing on the outside. He's got Swaggers looking to come on now and take the lead from Battle Strong. They race their way past that opening quarter, and on the inside third is Adore Him. A rather racing third right now is Chocolate Swirl, and then Shadow Me the Money as the field comes off the turn and rolls on towards us. And on top as they come up to the half is He's Got Swagger. Battle Strong is second. Here comes Veneno now on the move, and on the inside Chocolate Swirl. Print Media is racing second over fifth. Then it is back to Shadow Me the Money, and Yankee Up on the trailing pair. Smooth Mara and Adore Him. On down the backstretch they go off that 56-4 halftime. He's Got Swagger has the lead. He's Got Swagger. Veneno to the outside. Battle Strong is on the inside, racing position to third. And then racing fourth on the outside is Print Media. On the inside, fifth is Chocolate Swirl. Shadow Me the Money is sixth. Racing seventh is Smooth Mara. And then it is back to Yankee Up and Adore Him. Now on to take the lead is Veneno. Veneno has grabbed the lead from He's Got Swagger. And now Print Media to the outside has a share of third alongside Battle Strong. But Veneno as they turn from off three quarters, 125-1. Veneno leads it, and He's Got Swagger is second. Veneno on down the stretch drive. And Veneno is going to win and take it by about two. He's Got Swagger second. Finishing third, Print Media, and fourth is between Battle Strong and Chocolate Swirl. 154 flat. On the board, we have a 4-1-5-2-9. That's 4-1-5-2-9. Wheeling back in front of us is number 4, Veneno, a 6-year-old real artist brown gelding. Owned and trained and driven to victory by Paul Davies. Mile of 154 flat is a new career best. Third win this year, third in a row, 9th lifetime. Veneno, 154 flat. The sixth race payouts: number 4, Vanino, 1090, 340, 330. 1, He's Got Swagger, 280 and 230, and 5, Print Media, 290. $2 exactor, 25.70. Dollar try, 44.85. Dollar win for 3 of 4, 1372.70. Note that is 3 of 4 on the dollar win for. Dollar high 5, 411.95. Sixth race, so we're finishing the tops at 248, 139, 675. That is 248, 139, 675. Field 4, race number 7 is on parade. 1 is Southwind Maritime. Colin Kelly for Jim Ritchie and Paul Ritchie. Number 2 is Land of Paradise. Travis Henry for Scott McNiven and Thomas Broadhurst and Bradley McNiven and Shirley Griffin. 3 is Transcendence. Anthony Hunt for Gary Kingshot. And 4 is Golden Leader. Brad McDonald for Steve Bossens and Amber Hughes. Number 5 is Can't Stop the Feeling. Austin Soy for Braden Reibling and Kyle Reibling. And 6, Reticent Hanover, Paul McKenzie for Todd Clements and Chris Nickel. Number 7, Inland Beach, Jason Ryan for Mario Baetajan, the stable. And 8 is Pride My Stride, Ryan Holiday for Mike McLennan and Phyllis McLennan. Field of 8, race number 7, start of the late win 4. Let's look at this field. We'll start with number 4, Golden Leader. Back-to-back wins here. In fact, moves up off a front-end win from post 8 in 57 and 2. Golden Leader, Brad McDonald for the high percentage barn of Steve Bossens is one that's likely to be able to handle this step up. Has gate speed and 1 to 5 on the board. The fans expect this Big Jim 3-year-old filly to handle the move up. Number 2, Land of Paradise. Raced well at Hanover last race to finish second. Is 4 out of 8 in the top 3 on the year. Had only 3 starts last year as a 2-year-old, but won 2 of them and was second in the other. Land of Paradise and Travis Henry is 10 to 1. Number 1, Southwind Maritime. Well, did put up a mile of 56 and 1 at Georgian Downs last time, beaten just 3 lengths, and this will be the 3rd start of the season for Southwind Maritime. Had been off since last September before coming back June 9th and then racing again on the 16th. Southwind Maritime has the inside and used gate speed last time out. 9 to 2 is the price. And number 6, Radisson Hanover, raced very well at Georgian 2 races, going 55 and 4, almost winning last race at 56 and 4 mile, a second slower, finished 5th beaten 3. Tougher post assignment though, had a bunch of post 1s, now gets post position 6. Radisson Hanover and Paul McKenzie is on the board at 6 to 1. Gate is rolling for race number 7. Southwind Maritime. Land of Paradise and Transcendence on the inside. In the center, Golden Leader and Can't Stop the Feeling. On the outside, Radisson Hanover, Inland Beach, and Pride of My Stride. Field for the 7th race, nearing the start. And they're off. Golden Leader, Southwind Maritime, Land of Paradise, and Radisson Hanover. Then Transcendence as the field works around the turn. Then it's Can't Stop the Feeling, Inland Beach, and Pride in My Stride. On down the backstretch, Southwind Maritime is able to come on and get the lead. And now to the outside, Golden Leader. Golden Leader is looking to drive up against Southwind Maritime. Golden Leader on the outside, Southwind Maritime on the inside. Southwind Maritime presses on and has the front. Golden Leader is second, cap of about 9 lengths, and then Land of Paradise is racing third. Radisson Hanover, then it is back to Transcendence as they race around the turn. Can't Stop the Feeling, and then Inland Beach, and Pride in My Stride is trailing the field. Golden Leader, even money on the board, leads by 3 right now. Southwind Maritime is racing second. Then moving to the outside, Radisson Hanover. Now is first up third. Land of Paradise is on the inside fourth. That is Transcendence and Can't Stop the Feeling. And back to Pride in My Stride and Inland Beach. 58-1 was the halftime. A 31-3 second panel breather after that big 26-3 opening quarter. And it is Golden Leader as they race throughout down the backstretch. Southwind Maritime is second. Land of Paradise is third. Radisson Hanover. Transcendence is out wide, now popping up from third. Land of Paradise in pursuit of Golden Leader. Golden Leader, a leader by just a length now. Land of Paradise is second. Southwind Maritime is third. Radisson Hanover is racing fourth, about 3 from the front. Pride of My Stride's on the inside. Transcendence on the outside. Then it is back to Can't Stop the Feeling and Inland Beach, and the field turns for home off 3/4, 127-3, and it is Golden Leader. Golden Leader as they come on down the stretch by Southwind Maritime. Land of Paradise up the inside. Southwind Maritime up the inside wins it and takes it over Golden Leader. And then Land of Paradise and Radisson Hanover, 158 flat. On the board, we have a 1-4-2-6, and coming back in front of us is number 1, Southwind Maritime, a 3-year-old sports rider, Bay filly, owned by Paul Ritchie, trained by Jim Ritchie. Colin Kelly with the driving double on the evening. Second win for Southwind Maritime, 158 flat. The seventh race payouts: 1 Southwind Maritime, A10 370 294, Golden Leader 280 and 250, and 2 Land Paradise 370, $2 Exactor 1540, dollar Try 1840, dollar Super 5870. Seventh race. Order of finish from the tops at 138 26475. That's 138 26475. Field for the 8th on parade. 1, Most Wanted, Lindy Anthony Hahn for Scott West. Number 2 is Excellence. Jay Harris for Patrick Shepard and Triple S Equine. And 3, Spicy Victor, Scott Coulter, Steve Coulter. Number 4, Don Jarvis, Natasha Day from Al Giles. And 5 is Hello Chipper, Travis Cullen for Rachel Andrew. Number 6 is Oakley Uptown, Bruce Richardson for Mike Stamp and Janet Larcombe. And number 7 is Air Glider, Austin Sorry for Patrick Shepard and Triple S Equine. Note the claim on number 7, Air Glider. 7 Air Glider claim entered. Let's look at this field. Number 3, Spicy Victor. First one we'll look at and is on the board at 7-2 as a third choice. And Spicy Victor, 61 wins lifetime. Came close each of the last couple of finishing second. Gets a little bit better post position, although I'm not sure how much it matters. Spicy Victor tends to race from off the pace, although you do see some gate speed, and you see a front-end win back in January at London, and another strong performance in the middle of February racing close to the pace. Spicy Victor looking for a 62nd lifetime victory. Number 6, Oakley Uptown, is the 3-2 favorite right now. Excellent form. Has had now 4 starts. Correction, a qualifier and 3 starts since the layoff, and a couple of wins and a very good second. Last race at Clinton, came first up and still managed to finish second. Oakley Uptown and Bruce Richardson, one that should be trotting up a storm here. Oakley Uptown, 8-5 as the favorite. Number 1, Most Wanted, Lindy, was good here, June the 12th, and that was a solid third in 202. Tried things here again last time out, and back in the same class, but finished 5th. We'll see if Most Wanted Lindy can bounce back to that good one 2 races ago. Most Wanted Lindy is 10-1. And number 7, Air Glider, claim is in. Was a winner here in this class last time out, and did it from a little bit off the pace. Was 6.5 back at the quarter. So Air Glider, who's 14-1 on the board. Hard to understand why 14-1 off a win, somewhat off the pace in this class last time out. Now has post 7, but might be an overreaction. Air Glider, 13-1 on the board. Field for race number 8, taking up positions. Most Wanted Lindy with Excellence and Spicy Victor on the inside. In the center, Don Jarvis and Hello Chipper. On the outside, Oakley Uptown and Air Glider. It is a field of 7 for the 8th race. They're into the stretch, gathering speed, approaching the start. Field for the 8th race. At the start of the run, Don Jarvis leaves with Excellence and Oakley Uptown to the outside. Most Wanted Lindy, Spicy Victor. Then it is back to Hello Chipper, and Air Glider is trailing the field on into the backstretch, and Don Jarvis with the lead. Oakley Uptown's racing second. Most Wanted Lindy's on the inside third. Excellence is fourth in front of Spicy Victor and Hello Chipper, and Air Glider is trailing the field. And now Oakley Uptown wants to come on and grab the lead. Oakley Uptown is able to clear to the front. 29-1's the opening quarter. Don Jarvis is second. Most Wanted Lindy is racing third. Then fourth is Excellence. Spicy Victor now starts to track to the outside. Then it is Hello Chipper and Air Glider. And the field comes off the turn off that 29-1 opening quarter. And Oakley Uptown has the lead. The advantage is a length and a half. Don Jarvis in the pocket. Here comes Spicy Victor on the move now. Most Wanted Lindy is on the inside and is sharing third with Spicy Victor to the outside. Halftime was 59-4. Air Glider is gaining some ground as past Excellence, and then it is back to Hello Chipper, and they work their way on into the backstretch off that 59-4 halftime, and Oakley Uptown still leads it. Oakley Uptown, Spicy Victor is looming on the outside. Don Jarvis is racing position third, and Air Glider is racing position fourth as they hustle on toward three quarters. Oakley Uptown leads it by about a length and a half right now. Spicy Victor chipping away, but Oakley Uptown looks sharp. On the outside, Spicy Victor. Third is Don Jarvis, and racing for his Air Glider. Three quarters, 129-3. Oakley Uptown, Spicy Victor trying to close against Oakley Uptown. Oakley Uptown as they turn for home. Oakley Uptown and Spicy Victor. Oakley Uptown's going to continue to march sharply to the finish and win it. Spicy Victor was a game second. Hello Chipper third. Air Glider fourth. 159-3 to Oakley Uptown. Wheeling back in front of us is the winner of race number 8. It's number 6, Oakley Uptown, 11-year-old Mutineer. Brown gelding, owned by Mike Stamp and Janet Larcombe. Mike Stamp's the trainer. Bruce Richardson, the winning driver. 15th win lifetime, 4th this year. Time of the mile, 159-3 for Oakley Uptown is a new season's best. Eighth race price is number 6 Oakley Uptown, 930, 510, 340. 3 Spicy Victor, 330, 245. Hello Chipper, 250. $2 exactor, $28.90. Dollar Try, $38.35. Dollar Super, $245.65. Fans note in this 9th race, number 2 Black Electra has 2 claims entered. Here is the 8th race, so for a finish from the top, 562-7314. That is 562-7314. Number 7 Air Glider. The new trainer will be Michelle Bowen. Field 4, race number 9 is on parade, and 1 is on a roll. Travis Cullen for Rachel Andrew. Number 2 is Black Electorate. Jason Ryan for Dag Henderson and Jeanette Rancourt. And 3 is Credit to Burn. Austin Sorry for David Fry and Ken Skinner. Number 4 is Warway Speedy. Aaron Byron for Mark Winnicott and Paul Kelly. And number 5 is Sportjet Ray. Paul McKenzie for Gerard Demers and Tag Incorporated. Number 6, That's My Bad. Nick Stewart for Big Putty and Limco Incorporated. And 7 is Bad Vendetta. Daryl Thiessen for Ricky Montgomery and JJ Stables. Number 8 is Salisbury Coral. George Ketros for Russ Ellis. And number 9 is Come On Over. Travis Henry for Scott McNiven and Shirley Griffin and Thomas Broadhurst. Well, looking at this field, we'll start with number 2, Black Electra. 2 claims entered and knocking on the door of victory, beaten just ahead last time out and half a length the start before it. Both of those at Georgian Downs and raced on the lead for a good chunk of the race. Black Electra has a gate speed and the same post as that last race and looking to better position just slightly. Second beaten ahead. Racing for a solid trot barn, that of Dag Henriksen's Black Electra. At 9-1, could be a solid factor in here, but the fans think that 4 Warway Speedy is the better one. Now, Warway Speedy did race here in 56-4 last time out, while Black Electra 58-2 in back-to-back starts at Georgian Downs. So that is understandable that fans would prefer Warway Speedy. Certainly, the time of that last race jumps out, and Warway Speedy sent up by Mark Winnicott. Aaron Byron driving, looking to come right back and have a kind of speed mile of that last race and win here. Was second, beaten half a length to Always a Rose. Warway Speedy 2-1, the favorite. Number 3, Credit to Burn, beaten just a length of last start. Now moves up 1 level, mile of 58-4 last time out. Nice mile to try to improve off of. Didn't enjoy post 7 in this class 2 races ago, but should like it better from post 3. Got a pocket trip last race. Credit to Burn is 14-1, and number 1 on a roll. Well, was rolling late in the mile last time out, beaten just 2 lengths, a mile of 59. That was a better start for On a Roll than the one before it. On a Roll and Travis Cullen for Rachel Andrew has gate speed and moves down to the inside. Could be a lot better. In Search of Career win number 40 is On a Roll, 6-1. The 9th race of Field of 9. Note there are 2 claims and number 2 Black Electra going to post shortly. Gate is rolling for the ninth race. On a roll, Black Electric, Credit to Burn on the inside. In the center, Raceway Speedy and Sportjet Ray. On the outside, That's My Bad, Bad Vendetta, and Salzburg Coral. And the second tier, Come On Over. The field for the ninth race is in the stretch drive, gathering speed, approaching the start. And they're at the start of the rough. On a roll is going to leave with Black Electra. Warway Speedy and down to the inside. Come On Over. Then it is Credit to Burn, who's fifth as they work around the turn. Sportjet Ray sixth away. Then it is That's My Bad and Bad Vendetta and Salisbury Coral on a roll. Rolling on the lead right now. And Black Electra is just 2 lengths back, and racing third is Come On Over. Then fourth in line is Warway Speedy in front of Credit to Burn. Then it is Sportjet Ray and That's My Bad and Bad Vendetta and Salisbury Coral trailing the field on a roll. And Travis Cullen rolling along, leading a length and 3/4. 28-3 was the opening panel. Black Electra is second. Sportjet Ray now starts to march sharply to the outside, and also moving to the outside is Warway Speedy. Come On Over is on the inside and is about 3 lengths off the lead as they work their way up towards the half. Then moving to the outside, That's My Bad. Credit to Burn went off stride. Now racing seventh is Bad Vendetta. And eighth is Salisbury Coral. Credit to Burn is now trailing the field after that break. 59-1 is the half. On a roll, continues to roll on the lead. Sportjet Ray's a length and 3/4 back, but now moves up. And now is just a length off the lead. Black Electra, the inside third. And Warway Speedy is racing fourth. That's My Bad goes 3 wide. That's My Bad is moving well. Now takes over fourth and is about to grab third and has done so. They march the way on up to the 3/4 in 1:28-2. On a roll, and Sportjet Ray stride together, and then sharing third, That's My Bad and Black Electra. Warway Speedy is fifth. The field is about to turn chrome off 3/4, 1:28-2. Sportjet Ray trying to put a Ray on a roll. It is Sportjet Ray and On a Roll. On a Roll fights back on the inside. Sportjet Ray, center of the track. Sportjet Ray and On a Roll fighting to the finish. On a Roll, Sportjet Ray and On a Roll are right close in a win photo. And Black Electra third, 1:58-2. It might have been Sportjet Ray. In the win photo, it went to 5, Sportjet Ray. 5-1-2-4 is the top 4 on the board. Wheeling back in front of us is the winner of the ninth race. Number 5, Sportjet Ray. 4-year-old gray sports rider mare. Owned by Tag Incorporated. Trained by Gerard Demers. Paul McKenzie, the winning driver. Sportjet Ray, 9th win, lifetime first this year. The ninth race mutual payouts. 5 Sport Jet Ray, 21.90, 11.30 and 6.20. 1 Honor Roll, $4.40 and $3, and 2 Black Electra, $3.50. $2 Exactor, $98.50. Try, $137.65. Super, $328.40. There is the ninth race or finish on the top. It's a 239-416-785. That's 239-416-785. And claimed Black Electra. The new trainer will be Sheldon Rose. The field for race number 10 is on parade. 1, Prairie Mystic. Paul Davies drives and trains and owns. Number 2 is Denver Sealster, Scott Couliford, Jeffrey Gillis. And 3, Freddie Bear, Colin Kelly for Isabel Darvaux. And number 4, Dragon Time, Travis Cullen for Jody Cullen. Number 5, Fashion on the Beach. Brad McDonough for Richard Morrow and Bradley Grant. Number 6 is For Kevin's Sake. Jason Ryan for Dolores Basilone and Teresa Cardulius. And number 7 is Bravado Sealster. Daryl Thiessen for Christina Soundy. Number 8 is Red John. Nick Stewart for Big Putty and Bill Maines and Steve Papillion and Limco Incorporated. And number 9 is Toot Toot Eddie Hensley for Ashley Hensley. Let's look at this field. We'll start with number 3, Freddie Bear. And Freddie Bear will try things away from Mohawk now. This will be the third start off of the pandemic layoff. And now show a mile to 52-1 June the 13th. And now should like the venue change. Look, did take a mark 51-3 back 2 years ago. And last year had a season's best 51-4, so there's a lot of speed. Freddie Bear is right now 14-1 as Colin Kelly looks for a third win on the evening. Number 4, Dragon Time, was a winner in the last start before the layoff and does show 52-3 at Mohawk 2 races ago, but now we'll be changing venues and dropping in class, looking to get back rolling. Only 2 wins, though, in the past 44 starts. Dragon Time has back class and speed, and set up by the sharp barn of Jody Collins. Maybe Dragon Time can get back rolling, and is 8-1. Number 9, Toot Toot, raced much better last race, second beaten a neck here, and that was in this class. Now, this is the trailer post and was able to get out well from post 2 last race, but it was an excellent start. Toot Toot and Eddie H. Hurricane Hensley is 7-5 on the board as the betting favorite. And number 5, Fashion on the Beach. Brett McDonald and Richard Morrow has been a strong team of late, and this will be the second start of the year for Fashion on the Beach. Was not very fashionable last time out, finishing 7th, but you do see this one earning $51,024 starts last year. Look at 150-4 took a mark at Georgian Downs last year. Giddy up, that was rolling. Fashion on the Beach, capable of a big bounce back, and is 7-1. Fans have made number 9, Toot Toot, the favorite at 6-5. Gate is rolling for race number 10, checking up positions. Prairie Mystic and Denver Sealster and Freddie Bear on the inside. In the center, Dragon Time and Fashion on the Beach. On the outside, for Kevin's Sake, Bravado Sealster and Red John. And the second here, Toot Toot. The field for the 10th race is reaching the top of the stretch. Here they come. Tenth race pacers are at the start of the rough. Denver Sealster, Prairie Mystic, Dragon Time, Freddie Bear, Red John from the outside, Toot Toot along to the inside. Then it is back to Fashion on the Beach, and for Kevin's Sake, and Bravado Sealster is trailing the field. On down the back stretch they go. Prairie Mystic's got the lead for Paul Davies, but Denver Sealster continues to drive on the outside, and Denver Sealster now is moving up, and Denver Sealster takes the lead. Prairie Mystic is second and third. Toot Toot in the early going. Freddie Bear is racing fourth, and then it is Dragon Time. 27 seconds was the opening quarter. Fashion on the Beach is sixth right now. Then racing seventh is Red John. Then it is for Kevin's Sake and Bravado Sealster. And the field works on around the turn. Denver Sealster and Scotty Coulter's got the lead. Prairie Mystic is racing second. Toot Toot and Hurricane Hensley now is going to come to the outside and is working quickly. First over has come on to take over second. Dragon Time is on the move on the outside. 57-1 is the halftime. Fashion on the Beach now makes up some ground to the outside, and Freddie Bear on the inside is about 4 lengths off the lead. And then it is Red John for Kevin's Sake, and Bravado Sealster on down the back stretch they go. Denver Sealster being challenged by Toot Toot. Those two stride the backstretch together now. Toot Toot 6-0's in front. Denver Sealster on the inside tries to fight. And then it is Dragon Time and Prairie Mystic and Freddie Bear. And on the outside, Fashion on the Beach. Toot Toot trying to put away Denver Sealster. But Denver Sealster has put back on the inside, has reclaimed the lead. 3/4 in 125. Denver Sealster, Toot Toot going at it. Prairie Mystic, and then as the field turns for home, is Dragon Time on down the stretch drive. Denver Sealster, Toot Toot, and Prairie Mystic up the inside, close at the finish. Toot Toot gets there. Denver Sealster was second, 4 across the track for third, 154-2. On the board, it's a 9-2-4-5-1. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race 10, 9-2-2, 9-year-old Gotta Go Cullen Bay Gelding, owned by Eddie Hensley and Ashley Hensley. Ashley Hensley is the trainer. Eddie Hensley. Hurricane Hensley with a winning drive in race number 10, a 9-2-2 30th win lifetime, 154-2. That is a new season's best. The 10th race payouts 922 590 340 250 to Denver Sealster 510 354 Dragon Time 240 $2 exactor 25.90 dollar try 39.80 $2 double 173.40 the $1 pick 3 $181.15 dollar win for is $2,153 and the dollar high five $430.15. The 10th race, order of finish from the top is a 5-2-6, 3-4-9, 7-8-1. That's from the top 5-2-6, 3-4-9, 7-8-1. That concludes the live harness racing program for this Monday evening. Racing action resumes this coming Wednesday. Note our first dash goes to post at 6:30 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos.